Oh my goodness, y'all. What an interesting episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville this week. Y'all, we had so much to talk about. This episode did not disappoint. It kept my interest, and I'm here for it, guys. So, yes, we have to talk about that opening scene with Tisha and Marsau in the parking lot, talking about their relationship and the infamous hotel back picture on the internet video. Isn't Marsau's back? Isn't it Marsau? Isn't it not Marsau's back? We don't know. We weren't there, but we seen the picture. And Tisha confronts Marsau about it. But what do you guys think about that scene? Y'all was lighting up Twitter talking about how this is Marsau's way of gaslighting. Like usually he has so many words to say, but he was stutter. I can tell you're lying, cause when you're replying, stutter. Like he was real like hesitant with his responses and things like that. So I get it and I see what you guys are talking about. But for me, walking away from that scene just lets me know, in my opinion, Tisha probably suspects something is going on, but to me, I feel like Tisha just wants to be left alone about the situation, and if he's doing something, she'd rather not know. She wants him to be able to, allegedly, if he is, cheat in peace, you know? She doesn't want to be confronted with that, and I feel like because she's on TV, she may feel the pressure that she has to, but I feel like if they were not on the show and the same thing were to happen, like she would probably just push it aside and let it slide. She probably wouldn't have confronted him. But because we are watching on TV, because you know the people on the internet are saying stuff, her mama is saying stuff, and we don't want her to be made a fool of, or people don't want her to be made a fool of, she probably feels compelled to actually speak up and confront Marsau. But to me, I feel like this always. I'm not gonna say, well, it is. I'm watching the show. I feel like to me, this probably always has gone on, or there was always suspicion in the back of Tisha's mind. But she was okay with it. She just rather, ignorance is bliss kind of thing. So, but honestly, I also remember when T.I. had got like caught slapping this girl butt backstage. And people was like, that ain't Tiny. That don't look like Tiny. What's going on? And then I remember T.I. was talking about it on the Family Hustle. And he was just like, usually Tamika wouldn't even care. She wouldn't even say nothing. But because the internet is saying something, that's why she got a problem.
No, I'm upset with you. They wouldn't be calling me if it weren't for you.
The video ain't really the issue. The video being posted up on social media is the issue. If someone would have sent her that video privately, she and I would have had one conversation about it, and it would have been over.
And I really feel like that's the same thing that's going on with Tisha and Marsau. Like, I just have a feeling that she just wants him to be able to cheat in peace, in my humble opinion, She wants to hurt in peace. She want to cry in peace. If she want to be made a fool of, she want to do it on her own in the closet without the opinion of the world. But like I said, I feel like because everybody is seeing what's going on, she probably feels the need that she needs to say something so she could get it over with. And so Marsau can be like, no, babe, that's not it. But Marsau never says, no, babe, that's not it. He's just more so like, why you listen to what people saying on the internet? You should know me better. Da-da-da-da-da. But he never directly says whether it's him or not. He always talks in riddles and stuff. And I get it. It's almost like I'm not going to admit to something if there's no real evidence. So I'm just but I'm not going to lie either and say it's not me, just in case it comes out later that it is me. And then I'm made out to be a liar. But in the meantime, I'm just going to do these mental gymnastics around your mind, Tisha. And you're just going to believe what I say. And do you want to be like the other single jealous women? I feel like Marsau is that kind of type. Like they just want what you have, and they wish they had a husband, that they could come home to. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like he would just sit up there and make himself out to be the prize in the relationship. But no, you're not a prize if you're not treating your woman right. Like, why do I have to cry? And be like all in emotional distress just to prove something or to say I got a man. No, you need to treat me right or I could find somebody that can. And that's another thing. It's not that hard. It's just not a lot of quality to choose from. But at the end of the day, you're going to make a fool of me. You may a fool of me. Tell me why. Remember that from Love and Basketball? That scene was so intense at the end. Oh my gosh, okay. But other than that, that's just what I wanted to say. And I also feel like if Tisha, if you're going to sit up here and talk about how people don't want to see you happy, then you need to learn how to ignore the voices, ignore what people got to say, and you just focus on the next 15 years of your marriage with your husband, because obviously you don't want to leave. You know what I mean? And when I think about it, it's like, yo, if Marsau is really cheating, who's to say? And she has the evidence and proof. Who's to say that she's gonna leave him? You know. So I think at this point we're all wasting our breath, and we could just like turn a blind eye, like Tisha is doing. Because I ain't about to stress out over her relationship when she not really. Well, obviously she is bothered, but at the same time, I feel like she doing all that talking, but her feet ain't gonna be walking. So when she gets tired, then that's when we'll see a change. And I feel like you can be sad, but I feel like anger and maybe disappointment are also the ingredients needed for a person to actually move on. You know what I mean? Like someone can hurt your feelings and you're sad about it, but you still may like find in your heart to forgive them or not really want to make a change. But I feel like Tisha has to get to the point where either she's like embarrassed, humiliated, like something like that, for her to actually get that gumption to move on from Marsau. But right now, I don't know. I feel like she's comfortable, so she ain't going nowhere. So that's all I wanted to say. The next thing I wanted to talk about was when it was Kimmi, Maurice, and Martell, and Kimmi was like, you're not coming to the housewarming party. And I was very bothered by that whole montage that they did of Martell and everything that he has done and all his antics, on the show. And especially when they showed that one throwback scene where he was confronting Melanie, saying like, "You wasn't doing your job. That's how come I cheated. If you was on your job, I wouldn't be out here cheating," or something like that. He said that annoyed me so bad because for me, I feel like being married shouldn't feel like I'm competing in the Olympics to keep a man faithful, to keep him wanting to come back home. It's either in that man to do so or to be a man and be faithful, but it's nothing that nobody can do to make him not stray away. And I'm tired of that narrative. I think that was like the narrative of our mamas and them and grandmamas and them and big mamas and them that try to like, say that stuff. But at the same time, they were bending over backwards and some of them still got cheated on regardless. So that just lets you know a woman can be doing backflips, front flips, somersaults, the Watusi, and still that man will sit up there and go and cheat. So that's how come I feel like we cannot take on that burden as women and men. Like nobody is supposed to be making somebody happy. It's almost like you just have to be the best person that you can be in a relationship, continue to grow, and love on that other person. But that's all you can do. It's no like 5-course meals that you can make, like doing all that stuff, like to make somebody happy or to be happy with it. And that is the stuff I don't like. I mean, I just cannot believe Martell actually said that. Like after all that they did together, built together, the kids that they had together, that he would feel right saying that. I mean, I just feel like that's so rude. And I feel like just because, like, if again, I feel like I said this before, if your needs are not being met in a relationship the way you feel as though they should, that's something that you need to communicate. You need to speak up about. You don't go and break the vows and try to find it elsewhere. No, that's why you're with that person. Do thick and thin. Y'all gotta make it work. Y'all gotta make it do what it do. I ain't saying like Melody was being verbally abusive to him or physically abusive. I ain't hear none of that. It was just like I feel like Martell was being greedy, and that's the stuff I don't like. Y'all know that. So I just wanted to say that. Also, what do you guys think about the term "sweetie"? Are y'all here for that term or y'all not here for the term? Like, is it okay that that was said by Destiny, or was Stormi right for clapping back about it? I kind of see both sides of the coin because when I first seen the scene initially, I was just like, no, Destiny, you're wrong for that. Like, I wouldn't want nobody to call me sweetie too, but I think Destiny didn't mean it at the same time either. I think she just was just saying it real quickly and then really do it to insult Stormi. So in a way, I see both sides, but I do feel like it was on Destiny to be like, oh wait, sis, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Okay, yes, I'll address you as Stormi. Like, don't just try to be so dismissive. Like, oh my gosh, I can't have a conversation with this girl. To me, you really didn't want to. You don't want to resolve it because I feel like her request wasn't that outrageous. And then she told you to do a backflip, recite the alphabet backwards, and then apologize to her. All right, that is outrageous. But all she did was say don't call her sweetie. And I kind of agree. But other than that, what did y'all think about that scene in particular? And then the next thing I wanted to talk about was Miss Wanda. Um, I like the fact that Miss Wanda wants to take up for her daughter, but I feel like that's something that probably should be done between her and her daughter. Have a pep talk with Tisha. But I don't like how she's confronting people. And like someone said, like, Miss Wanda, like, she's an elder, so she doesn't bring anything to the conversation but just smack talk. I could see if she just like, if she came and say, yeah, you guys as women, y'all guys, it should be more of a sister. Y'all should be sticking together. Like, give it some jewels of wisdom. And back in my day, when something like this happened, we would go like, I don't know, just something uplifting as an elder. But is she just gonna cuss you out, kind of? And don't be talking about my baby, and you was talking about her too. Like, whoa, how is this helping? You're like kind of driving the divide even bigger between Tisha and these other women. And we can talk about her. It's a free country. They can talk about whoever they want to. So I just feel like Miss Wanda gotta chill out. Like, at first, like, I got it because my mom gonna take up for me. She's gonna ride for me just from the moon, stars, and all the way back to Earth. Like, I get it. Parents want to do that. I'm gonna do that for my kids. So I get that part, but I feel like at the same time, like, Miss Wanda isn't really helping the situation. She's kind of hurting the situation, and she's doing too much. Yeah, I can understand her being loud and boisterous, but like I said, I just wish it was some wisdom, a silver lining in her clapbacks, just like something that we can walk away from, being as though that she is an older woman. And you just think older women are supposed to be wise and stuff and give you like really good insight, and she really don't do that. So that's the only thing I really felt like about this episode that stuck out. And especially the whole Miss Wanda thing. And I cannot wait for next week's episode. They keep doing these cliffhangers for us. I actually will want to watch a little bit more of Huntsville than the DC. Like, I'm trying to get into the DC, but it may take me a little while to get into it. It took me a while to get into Huntsville, actually. So, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm now aware and I now understand that we can't, based off, what the streets is saying on social media, what the people saying on Twitter, and that's what Mama Joyce said, or Candy said Mama Joyce was saying that in that one reunion. The people on Twitter,
they saying bad stuff to me. You got the people on Twitter and the people on Facebook.
But yeah, so I learned that we can't blame Mel for bringing up the stuff with Tisha and her relationship because I didn't know this, but the same thing was being done to Mel. So people feel like if Tisha can dish it back in seasons 1, 2, and 3, then she should be able to take it right now in season 4 or 5 or whichever season we're on. So I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. So I am kind of starting watching the show from the middle. I did not watch it from the very beginning. I started to, but I think I told y'all before, I kind of got turned off when Martell actually admitted having a girlfriend on national TV. Like, I didn't like that. I don't like that. I could see if he wasn't married, because but the fact that he was married, had kids, I guess I didn't like that. So I kind of got turned off. But I'm glad I'm back tuned into the show. But let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought this episode was like an 8.5. It gave enough for me. But let me know what y'all think, favorite parts, feedback, anything that y'all want to say. Keep the conversation going. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, that girl was heaven sent.